Put on your helmets and buckle your chin straps for the wildest podcast held in the Steel City. Dubs and Chickenhawk will give you a taste of the past in fried jumbo.
So did you have to bat and stuff like that? Or
No, I chose not to. The life was too easy just pitching one game a week.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. But you didn't have like, you had designated hitting then, or how did that work? Yeah. Because
In the Olympics, they had designated hitting.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought
Yeah, so Saturday I didn't play. I used to get up in the morning and just, get my workout in, put a big chew in. And they didn't care if you, partied a little bit. They just had to behave yourself.
Right, or cause trouble.
Cause trouble, exactly. So they didn't care. So put my shades on and got a little buzz and just relaxed.
Yeah.
Games.
Till you pitched. That's
I was
great.
not pitching. I pitched Friday night. I didn't do anything
so
Saturday.
all week you're just floating through.
Just hanging out.
And you said you were your own coach.
Didn't you tell me one time your coach thought you got too much sun or something? Or he's like,
I lost the game 2-1. It was a big game, and I pitched real well. But that afternoon I was out the pool, but I didn't sit in the sun though. I knew better than that because they got eyes on you.
Yeah.
But I was in Aldo, the president. He's the guy with pay.
With
He
cash.
was always at the game. Real nice guy.
Yeah.
He goes, every day. I go, what? He goes, you can't go on that warm weather,
Yeah.
Can't be in the sun all day.
I go, I know, my bad, I just went along with it, and that had nothing to do with it, but
Yeah.
they used to throw 130, 40 pitches a game.
Yeah, that was when you had to
I didn't
keep
have the best
throwing.
control. It's probably what kept me out of going forward.
Right, to the majors, right.
Yeah, because there was every team over there had 2 Americans,
Yeah,
and they could be AA, AAA.
right.
So they would tell you, hey, you got the stuff. You just got to fine tune it a little bit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was never able to
Yeah.
get it where.
And that's the dividing line to get into the majors, right?
That's it.
There's that
Control.
such a slim hair because there's a ton of guys that like in football that could play football. Tons of them out there that are sitting at home could have got drafted in certain positions, right? But it's just that slim line.
Well, look at Skeens. When he throws the ball over the plate, they still hit home runs off.
Oh, they
Yeah.
smack it.
100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't paint those corners,
Yeah.
you're
gotta
getting raked.
Yeah.
They hit it.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know how they do it, but they
Well,
do it. Though.
Yeah.
My son played college ball, and when he got out of it for a year because he went and started playing golf, right? He's like, you can't walk back and hit 90-mile-an-hour pitches anymore. He goes, you just assimilate to it because you keep staying in it,
I'll tell you my first experience with that one. When I went to OU, Dave Tobick, you can look him up. He was a first-round draft pick of Detroit.
Okay.
He was a pitcher through the mid-'90s.
And where did he play for your team?
OU. He was a senior when I got there as a freshman.
Okay, yeah.
First time up about an inter-squad game, I had to face this guy.
He's bringing it.
And the first, he threw the ball, hit the mitt. The catcher Brentley starts laughing.
Yeah, right.
I go, I didn't even see it.
Right.
How am I going to hit it?
Right.
So from that point on, I just had a hard time.
Yeah.
That was probably the worst guy I could have possibly faced.
Your
Early
first,
on.
Yeah.
Early on was a guy like that.
Right.
First round.
But
draft pick.
if you step out of it for a while, because he would hit that ball that fast. Because listen, if somebody throws you an 80-mile-an-hour ball right now at your age, you can't. You're like, I'm dropping it. Don't throw that at me anymore.
Yeah.
You can't grasp the speed.
Right.
Yeah.
And then to get to 90, because he was hitting it, but he was in it every day. Hitting
Getting
him.
used to it.
Yeah, every day hitting him. But once you walk away, that ball comes awful quick.
You go from low to mid 80s in high school. The guy throwing 96. I couldn't even see the ball. I was like,
No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's when I flipped the switch and went to pitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you're lucky.
I was a real good hitter though, up until that time.
Right.
Well, the Reds, they drafted me as a shortstop.
Yeah. So,
So
you
you
must
could
have
hit
some.
real well, but then, 96 is
You
just-
probably could have caught up to it. You just had to keep doing it more, right?
Yeah, you
That's the
would've got
deal.
there, but
You
then
have to get
moved
there.
into pitching.
If I'd have worked on my craft when I came home from Italy, like in the off season, I just played basketball to keep in shape
Right.
5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
If I'd
Yeah.
have worked on some things,
That's
never
right.
know, but
You have to work hard at it, to get to that level.
So how far did you guys go into the Olympics then? Like, did you
Well,
win a couple more games, or you were?
we played like 6-7 games. I
Wow.
think I pitched like, I don't know, another game. I just threw average. I didn't throw real well.
Yeah.
But, I think out of 12 teams, I think we finished like 6th or 7th.
Oh, that's
bad.
good. That's
But,
real
you
good.
know,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
leading up to that was a big deal because, there were like 7 Americans on a team like me.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I don't think they would have done that well.
Oh, yeah,
The
right.
Italians were good, but the American guys were a little bit better, though.
Yeah, you grew up
Yeah.
with it.
So after it was over, there was a little bit of protest because they thought that, you shouldn't have had these American guys.
Oh,
You took away from homegrown Italians actually experiencing.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
sure.
But we got there. We got in the right time, though.
Right.
'Cause I think the next Olympics, was more homegrown Italians.
All
were in it.
Italians, yeah.
So the reason you were able to play is because you were Italian heritage.
Yeah,
though,
you
'cause
had
were-
to. Yeah,
you had to
one of
be-
your grandparents had to have been born in Italy.
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah, one set. And then you have to take all this paperwork to the Italian embassy and get certified.
Right.
Once you get certified, and you go over there and you can play they called you an Oriundo, Italian American.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 1980 we played the European Championships were in Holland, so I went there.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then the World Games were after all that. We were in Japan for 3 weeks.
Wow, that's great.
And then Korea was the World Games in 82. And Korea won the World Championships in 82.
Wow.
And one team beat them 2-1.
You guys.
I got that CD at home, yeah.
You did?
Nice.
Were you pitching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
whole distance.
Went the
Wow,
whole distance.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's awesome.
how many
Good for
times
you.
did you go 7, 8, 9 innings? Almost every time, huh?
100%.
100%. Like now they
There's
have
no mid relievers at back end.
no.
I only put through one game a week.
But still, it's
Yeah, that was
140 in
amazing.
But that
one
was
day.
well, I mean.
And when you're throwing heat, your arm gets tired.
Yeah, but, it's. Yeah. But
Yeah.
Because they get 5 days now. That's not that much difference.
And they never pitch 8, 9 innings.
I mean, I come out
They pitch like
sometimes in eighth
5.
or ninth
Yeah.
if we're winning big.
Yeah.
But there was top 4 or 5 teams over there were good. So yeah, you had some. Each
So
team had
140
like 4 American hitters on it. Remember that?
Yeah.
3 or 4. 2 Americans, and it could be 2 other Italian Americans like me.
Yeah.
So each team had some hitters on it.
That's
I think
crazy.
even now I'm hearing if you go to a country in Europe, because some people want to move to Europe, back to the old country or whatever they want to call it. And I think the same thing. You got to, like, if you're going to be a citizen, you got to have one of your grandparents or something like that, and they can naturalize, you can get a dual citizenship like that.
Yeah, that's
I'm not sure of it. Somebody enlighten the hell out of us.
So who was your mom's father or your dad's parents were from Italy? Or
My
both?
mother.
Your mother's family.
Yeah.
My
Wilmerding.
mother.
They're from Wilmerding.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to have the grapes up on that bocce ball.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
had the grapes. We used to stomp on the grapes back in our younger days.
Yeah. Make the
Yeah.
wine
In
and
Italy, yeah. Or in Wilmerding.
Wilmerding.
Yeah.
Right. Up on the hill, they probably saw sunny side of the hill and put some grapes in, huh?
There were trees everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
25 Klein Avenue. I remember
Okay.
to this day.
Uh-huh.
But
My mother's father was from Italy as well. He's from Naples.
you've been there, right? No.
To Italy? No, I've never been to Italy. He's
Yeah.
been to Italy.
Yeah, yeah.
When did you go again? When did you go over there?
He wasn't too long ago, 5 years maybe.
Yeah, about 5, 6
Where'd you
years
go?
ago. Well, I went into Rome, then I went east of Rome and south of Rome. But I went east because my family, on Facebook, I found out where they're from. They're from the mountains. It's like, we've had this story. It's like you're waiting for a dragon to run around one of these mountains. They're in the middle of the mountains,
I've been
man.
there. I know what you mean.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're coal miners. So they made knives there, right? So you can see why when they came to Western Pennsylvania, they were coal miners. They felt at home and, in the hills.
I'd like to go to Rome. Or not Rome, but Florence. I want to see all the
Yeah.
Sistine Chapel and all the paintings.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I'm not a churchgoer, but when you go to Italy and you walk in a church,
Yeah.
the first thing you do is go like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sistine Chapel, all that stuff in
just-
Rome. It's crazy.
It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like how did they get way up there and do that? It's like,
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
oh, the architect's amazing over there.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's still a very nice place to visit. And in the cities, they speak a ton of English now.
yeah.
So you don't feel too out of place. But as soon as you get like 3 miles outside of one of the big cities,
Yeah.
No. It's
no,
all
they
very-
do what you said. There's Americano. They could tell you right away. I tried to pump gas. I got 5 miles out of Rome, tried to pump. I couldn't even figure out how to use the freaking gas pump.
Gas pump. Yeah.
Couldn't figure it out.
Yeah. Did you see how much the gas was?
I don't know. I was on a company card. I was just paying.
Yeah. It's like
There's no
$8 a gallon.
SUVs. There's no
$8 a
vans
gallon
over
over
there. There's no SUVs.
No.
It's like $7 a gallon.
oh yeah, $7-8. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You're-
why there's more Vespas on the road than there are cars.
Right.
Those
Them
little
bikes.
scooters.
Them little scooters.
All the cars are small too, and they squeeze into like the size of your phone.
They just
It's
zip
like,
it in
what?
there.
Yeah, I don't know how they get.
That's crazy. They drive crazy over there.
They don't mind if they have little fender benders and stuff like that.
But you know what, Dubs? I think you might be able to. You would just pick the front end of your car up and slide it out.
Yeah, I could
and then you can
park
just keep
it.
moving.
Yeah.
It's an experience to drive in Italy. So I'm going to tell you. I
Yeah.
didn't drive a stick shift. My buddy taught me before I went to my first year in Italy.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
The little Volkswagen, White Oak Park, up and down hills.
White Oak Park.
That's all I learned. So I got over there. I had a,
You know how to release
had a
the clutch and all that. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
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 Because if you didn't know how to drop a clutch when you're on a hill, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Italy's very hilly and mountainous. It can get really crazy.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
So tell me all the cities you've been to over there. And what's your
You've
favorite?
been everywhere.
Oh, I was all over the place. I mean, well, probably Venice. You ever heard of Portofino?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's on
Yeah.
north-south, that coast,
Yeah.
west coast.
West
It's
Coast.
a small fishing village. It's just, you walk down a hill,
Right.
and it just opens up like this, and there's the ocean.
Yeah.
That's right.
I've seen paintings of it.
First place when she came
Oh,
over
really?
to see me, went to Portofino.
I think now they got like a limit on tourists coming there. I
Yeah.
just was reading that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're trying to charge people now.
Right.
And they should.
Right.
Because these major places like Venice, Florence, and Amalfi Coast,
Right.
they
Yeah.
get so crowded that they
Yeah. And these people live there. You're like in
It's
their
their home,
house.
and then
Yeah.
they don't feel like it's
you
their
can't
home
go
anymore.
over
It's
there.
like being at Disney, living in Disney World for
You can't
God's
go there
sake.
in the summertime. You
Right.
got to go April, May, or September, October.
Right.
You can't go in the summer. It's
Right.
It's too crowded.
too crowded. You
Yeah.
won't have a good time.
But they're starting to put limits on how many people in the towns, and you live there. That's kind of weird, right? It's like living in a
Yeah, that'd be tough.
yeah.
If you lived there, and wanted peace and quiet.
no, all the baseball, there's like 12 teams in the league, so those cities are everywhere.
So you went everywhere then.
You know,
Just in Italy or all over Europe?
in Italy.
Wow,
In
12
Italy, there
teams
was
in
12
Italy.
teams, so you went all over Italy then, all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, and it was nice for me because you pitch Friday night. And
Yeah.
Like I told you guys, I didn't play Saturday. So you'd have lunch,
Yeah.
11, 12, and then we didn't have to leave to go to the park till like 5. So I would go out
Yeah,
with another coach or on my own and just walk around the cities and
yeah, it's
see the
great.
sights on my own. And, it was fun.
That's interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've never been anywhere like that.
Yeah,
Like I've been to Germany, Austria,
yeah. Germany's great.
France. I've been to Paris and London and all that,
Yeah,
but
Paris is
none of that was like that.
No,
My
it's
favorite
not.
place was Japan.
Oh, was it?
Oh, yeah.
It's clean, huh?
It was just-
What about Japan? I mean, it's so
It's just-
beautiful or good to
I
be.
don't know. It was just like the nightlife was amazing.
Really?
Like, and everybody's so friendly over there.
Yeah.
It's like,
Professional. It's clean as a whistle. You can't find a cigarette butt.
we'll give you an example. Like I pitched against Japan over there
Mm-hmm.
on TV there,
Wow.
and we went out that night we were off the next day and we walked into this place and these guys in business suits, they recognized us. There was like 6 of us.
Yeah.
Pitch today.
Yeah.
And we went in and ended up spending 2, 3, 4 hours there. These guys paid for drinks and food and everything.
Wow. It's great.
It was wonderful. And
Okay.
these guys were, you probably heard of this guy. Remember the great home run hitter in Japan?
Yeah. What was his name?
Yeah, I know.
I'll give you 10 seconds.
Well, I won't
was his
think of it. I
name?
won't get his name.
Sarahara Ho.
Oh, yeah, I did remember
Well,
that.
these
yeah.
guys had something to do with his finances and something.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he was probably
They were
worth a
business
ton.
guys. A
Yeah.
bunch of guys in suits, and they recognized us and brought us in. And you had to have a suit jacket. We didn't have any suit jackets. So
Oh.
they gave us suit jackets.
Right. To go in there.
Just told us to sit around this big round table. And It wasn't a men's club, but it was close to that, though. There
Okay.
was a fashion show going on. And,
Well, they're very men cultured over there. It's very different.
and
Yeah.
ladies were dancing.
Sure.
And they brought out all this food and drinks, and they paid for everything for the whole night.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's great.
Baseball's big in Japan.
Oh, the stadiums are just like the U.S.
Yeah.
They were big. The
Yeah.
stadiums in Korea in 82 were a little smaller. They're like PNC Park. They were like
Right.
30, 35,000. Japan had bigger ones.
Every seat filled and stuff.
You ever see those games at all on TV?
Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah,
got
yeah.
these little like light batons they shake.
Oh yeah, they make crazy ass
the whole
noises.
game over
Yeah,
there.
yeah. They're just going nuts
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
You can see why a lot of the players from America go over there. They, if they have a couple years left on their arm, they'll go over there and pitch for a couple years, make good money.
We had a guy who played real well in Korea, and they offered him a contract. I never forget his name, Steve Rum.
Yeah.
He was an average player in Italy, but had a great world championship. He was like 16 for like 20.
Yeah.
They offered him a contract, and he found out that they treat that like 8 hours a day, like a regular job.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, I
And
see.
Italy's real
Laid back.
Yeah, I could see them in Asia working their ass off, right?
Yeah,
That's
You're
what they do.
practicing nonstop, probably.
Well, look at all these guys coming over from Japan pitching in the bigs. They're getting huge money.
Yeah.
All these
Yeah.
great pitchers.
Unbelievable.
Right.
There's another one coming over, and they're all licking their chops over this guy. He throws like 100 miles an hour.
How about how big that dude is for the Dodgers? It's a
Ohtani
Japanese
or
kid.
whatever, Ohtani.
Holy smokes.
The dude,
Freak.
The dude's a freak pitcher, but also hits like 52, 53 home runs.
He's
But he hit 55
freak.
maybe.
He throws high 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he hit 55 homers.
Yeah, it's a freak.
dude. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just off the charts.
Well, he had the all-time highest contract until like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Soto.
The Soto got it or something. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't think
for
he's
the-
anywhere
for
near
the
as good
Mets.
as that Ohtani dude.
No.
He got more than the Tawny guy.
I know. I don't know how. He
It's
got-
New York. The
Oh.
Mets got to take somebody from the Yankees, so there you go.
That's like 4 times our payroll.
Yeah. Just one person.
For our whole team.
Yeah.
The Pirates.
The whole team.
Yeah, the
Right.
Pirates, what do we pay, 90 million or something? Or
Yeah, and that ballpark.
Total?
Yeah, around there.
Yeah. Us and
Yeah, I don't want to talk about them. That gets you depressed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Say, Dave, I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you have kids?
Yeah.
How many?
2. Dave will be 35 Christmas Eve.
35. Wow.
And Jenna's 31.
Wow. Did any of them inherit your sports ability?
Yeah, Dave, he won the Whippeal Championships in the 800. He was an 800 runner in track.
Runner.
Wow. He won a WPL.
Yeah, good soccer player.
Yeah.
Nice.
My daughter swam.
Swam.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Pretty neat stuff.
Yeah. So
I
that
think-
probably brought you back going to their stuff.
And you've been
again,
married
which
how
is-
many years now to this
Yeah.
lovely wife of yours that you met? What's her name, by the way?
Janet,
Janet.
Janet.
Okay.
1983. Met her in 1980.
1983.
1983 you got married.
83.
That's
So 41 years. Right?
You got a calculator?
Oh, I'm good. I think it's 41
yeah,
years.
41.
24 and
41 years.
17.
41 years.
9 more
41.
years, you're a big 5-0.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you got married pretty young, though, too, then. How old were you?
How old were you? 25.
I'm 68. What,
68.
30?
Oh,
Yeah,
so you weren't that
25.
young. You weren't. Yeah.
68 minus 41 is 20.
27.
I got a calculator.
27.
27.
You guys are
Sorry,
messing me up
We didn't
with
think this podcast would be math quiz. But
If it is, we're in
Yeah.
trouble.
40
Apparently.
years, dude. 41 years.
41.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're blessed.
Good for you, man.
How about you guys?
We're both married a long time.
Yeah.
I'm 27 or 8. Todd's 27 or 8.
It's about that, yeah.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
got one?
One wife, yeah.
No.
No, I'm
I have 4. That's why I have to have 3 jobs.
I have tried to sell polygamy.
My
once.
wife watches a show. The guy got 4 wives on TV. I can't
Yeah,
think
that's
the
a
name of the
Wow.
show.
Yeah, he's a nut job.
Dude, where's
You know,
that?
you kind of look like that dude. He has curly blonde hair.
I know.
He's like from say what do you call that? place?
He's American?
Yeah, it's you know where the city
Salt Lake City?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
he has 4 wives.
God,
She watches
jeez.
that a lot. Yeah.
That's work.
Yeah.
That show's crazy.
I don't know how you.
Insanity.
How do you do that?
He's not,
I have no ability.
He's not gonna have
be
a
able to
brain.
do
I got
that.
you on Monday. I'll take you Tuesday.
But I don't even think.
I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't get like who decides who cooks and cleans, and it would be just confusing.
well, if you're the husband, whoever cooks the best, that's who cooks.
I don't know. I don't know what
There's
kind
the
of.
Italian in me
But
right
what was
there.
really? But what
What's your name? Patterson.
Patterson's
There's no
my-
Italian in
It's
that.
my dad. He's Irish.
His-
Scotch-Irish.
his
He's Scotch.
mother's side?
My
was
mother's
culinary.
Italian from Donald Larmer.
Culinary.
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah.
And my mother's maiden name is DeMarzo.
You guys play high school sports?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you play?
Baseball and football.
What position in football?
I was defensive back. Yeah.
Yeah.
We played when it was, how big were we? We had
700 kids, 750.
Oh wow.
huge. And we weren't even big because, like,
Yeah.
Penn Hills was 1,200.
We could compete against McKeesport back then. I
Seriously?
remember playing McKeesport and stuff. And
Yeah.
we would.
The Tigers.
I think we won one and lost.
I remember
two.
playing with the midgets more than I did in high school.
But I remember in high school they beat us with
Yeah.
One of the
Leon Bray was their quarterback.
Leon Bray.
Yeah, he was
one of the
good.
greatest midget football runners come out of McKeesport years ago.
Yeah, I forget
Midget
his name.
football.
And he ran just like Barry Sanders,
Yeah.
Quentin Grayson.
Yeah.
You ever heard of him?
Yeah, I have.
I've heard of
heard the
it.
name.
Yeah.
Really?
Through the years, McKeesport's had great athletes.
Unbelievable
You
athletes.
look him
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Little dude, man. Maybe
Did you know the
5.
Phillipses, like Tim and Teddy Phillips?
Timmy
Tim-
Phillips.
Yeah,
I
Timmy.
knew Phillips.
Yeah.
I knew Timmy.
I went to school with Ted, his brother, at Allegheny College.
Oh, yeah?
Played football with him up there.
Yeah.
But Timmy was a quarterback, and then when he graduated, I think he went to Kansas or something.
I don't know.
And then Leon Bray
Leon, I know Leon.
Yeah.
came behind him. He was the next one in line.
Yeah, he was a superstar.
And you went to Norwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We both went to
Norwin.
Norwin.
Norwin too, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We both went to Norwin.
Norwin was good. My kid, when Dave was a senior, they had a good football team. That was Mike Shanahan era.
Yeah, they were
Oh,
good.
yeah.
They were tough for a couple years.
Yeah, he was
Ran-
good. When you have a couple D1 players like that,
Randy
they had a couple.
Rivesti
Who was the
on-
other guy that was
kid
good on that
that
team?
he went to West Virginia?
Tyler Urban.
Tyler Urban,
He
yeah.
was a big bruiser like your
Yeah.
brother was inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big, thick
Mike
guy.
was, Mike, he played a lot when he was a freshman.
Yeah,
on
he
the
was good.
varsity. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, good player.
Yeah.
His dad
Yeah,
coached a
he's-
traveling team.
Yeah, his dad's a nice guy. He lived in.
Mike was good too.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Where did he go? Duquesne or somewhere, right? Didn't he play at Duquesne?
Well, his other brother was a lefty. He went to Duquesne.
That's the one. Okay,
He
yeah.
was Brian Shanahan.
Brian.
He
yeah.
was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike was good too.
But that kid Shanahan is now at Indiana,
Offensive
coordinator.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The team had just like
They made it to the top 12
Yeah, I was
teams.
just going to ask where he is at. I haven't heard from him. He's in Indiana.
Indiana.
Well, I hope they win that first game. That'd be cool to see them beat Notre Dame.
I would
I
love
know
that,
you're an
yeah.
ND fan, but
But no, I'm a Notre Dame fan, but I would root.
you
for
know
the-
what's crazy? All the Italians
Shanahan.
in Pittsburgh, are ND fans.
that would have a good reason why I'm a Notre Dame fan.
Why?
Back in the Rocky Blyer, Terry Hanratty days,
Yeah.
Yeah.
my cousin was an All-American field goal kicker on that team, Joe Azzaro.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
So that's how we became
Yeah.
big Notre Dame fans.
Right.
Eric Parsegan,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
way back in the day. So
You know Terry Hanratty's from Pittsburgh?
no,
I didn't know that either. We found
Butler.
out he's from like north of Pittsburgh here, 45 minutes out.
Butler.
Beaver County, Butler?
No, it's
something like-
Butler.
Butler? Yeah. Oh, Butler. It is Butler.
name the other three real good quarterbacks from Pittsburgh area.
No.
Oh, Joe Montana. He was from Monongahela, went to Notre Dame. My Uncle Larry knew
Joe
that family
Namath.
really well. Joe Namath.
Kelly's from, there's more than
There's
three.
four
There's,
good ones.
Just through
That's-
Kelly, you didn't.
Kelly.
Yeah, from Brady's Bend.
Yeah, and then you got Dan Marino from
Yeah,
Pitt.
Danny Marino from
I
Pitt.
know. How about those four quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Montana.
Yeah,
Montana.
Yeah, he's
Montana
Mon
Marino.
Valley.
Yeah.
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 Buddy of mine, Pete, grew up with Joe Montana.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and he said he's a better basketball player than football in high school. He's a point guard.
You know who he threw to all the time at Notre Dame? Remember the tight end? Ken McAfee. Remember
Ken
that dude?
McAfee,
He's like
yeah.
a giant tight end back when there weren't giant tight ends.
I saw Joe Montana. How old is Joe Montana?
Got to be about your age.
Lord, I think 72 he might have graduated from Notre Dame or 3 or something.
When I worked at PNC Bank a few years ago,
Yeah.
there's a guy behind me who played high school basketball. He brought this hard article in from McKeesport that had the top 10 scores in a whole district. And Montana was right below me.
Was he?
Is that right?
He said, "Hey, I never played against Montana. But
Right.
He
Yeah,
averaged
he's
like
a
24 points a game.
Yeah, that's what he said. He was known for basketball in high school, not
Yeah.
football.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I know when he went to Notre Dame.
Well, he didn't blow Notre Dame up.
No, they didn't think he was going to be anything out
Right.
there.
I mean, he still wasn't unbelievable.
no. He wasn't unbelievable. He got unbelievable when he went to San Francisco after about
Took
3.
the Pittsburgh swag with him.
When he went like 3 years in, maybe. He turned it into something unbelievable.
Yeah,
He did.
He was like the Brady of
What,
his
they win
time.
4?
4, yeah.
pretty serious.
Yeah, you think about Pittsburgh sports back then, it was something. All those guys coming through.
Yeah, we had a lot more people.
Yeah.
A lot more kids, anyhow.
Yeah.
It's dwindling down now.
Yeah.
How
It
come
is.
Hempfield's not any good anymore? That's the largest school district.
All
in the
those
county.
kids.
What are they doing?
I don't know what
I
happened
don't
to
know
football
about it.
this year.
I
What
never,
happened to football this
be
year?
honest with you, I don't remember them ever being any good at anything. Except
Periodically.
hoops.
Where's all those big boys going?
I don't know.
They were
man.
good when Kiz was there.
They were really good.
They had like 2 or 3 horses.
Yeah, they had him and a kid from.
Yeah, that running back. What's his name? Oh,
Good
my
Lord.
gosh. I tell the
Kirkland.
story. I was a sophomore and I was dressing.
You ever see this kid? He was 240.
Kiz was on the sidelines throwing the ball in front of me. I couldn't have been 115, 120 pounds. And he's throwing the ball in front of me, and it would look like something I've never
Missile.
seen before in my life. I'm like, holy shit.
Who was this?
Kisner.
Kiz,
Remember
Matt
him?
Matt
Kisner.
Kisner.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember,
Played at Penn
He
State.
played on our basketball team,
Yeah, he's
too.
a good basketball player.
I'll never forget that going, holy smokes, this isn't what I'm used to, man. Never seen anything like it.
Yeah, he was good.
That's when you know you're D1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it pretty quickly.
He's a big insurance guy, right?
Yeah.
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 He should be bought done or no.
Now, I worked with him that's where I worked for
Yeah.
all them years at State Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like the regional manager or whatever. I had him as an agent. Matt was one of my guys. But yeah, great. He's still in the business. He loves it, man.
Yeah.
He's never retiring.
Right.
Never.
You got him.
I'm
and
not
who
like
was,
that.
Who was the running back?
I wanted to retire.
Who was the running back?
Mike Kirkland.
Kirkland. Oh, my gosh. He was a man among
Hatfield.
boys.
When Kisner was there, they went pretty deep into the WPI.
Oh, yeah,
What
yeah,
year was
yeah.
this?
81?
83.
83?
It would have been a year you graduated. You and Matt are the same age.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then it must have been my.
Yeah, it would have been
my
your senior year. Yeah, that was when like Wes Turner was at Connellsville.
Yes, yes. He ran over me. It was terrible.
Yeah,
they
it
had
was-
50 points on us in the first half. I was D-back. I was playing middle linebacker. We all had to get on the line, the whole team, just to try to stop them. It was
kidding.
oh, gosh, it was like
It was
trying to
crazy.
stop a full-grown man.
What happened to him?
He went to Michigan State.
Yeah.
And I don't know whatever happened to him after that.
I don't know.
He's
What
still
happened
around.
to Kirkland? Kirkland
Kirkland went to Michigan State.
Yeah, he
I
went to
know that
Michigan
name.
State,
I don't know
too.
why.
Yeah, he was a wrestling guy, too. Won a state title in wrestling.
Yeah.
That's why I know.
He was a heavyweight. I think he might have won two.
Heavyweight, but he's a running back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was
Dude,
245.
he was
Of
incredible.
all like steel.
Yeah, you're
Like, no flab or anything.
You're
It was all
150 trying to tackle him. It wasn't even fair.
just- yeah, his legs, you couldn't even, like Robert Newhouse. You
Dude,
couldn't
he
get
was
around it. Yeah.
serious.
Hempfield had some, they had some
That year, they were loaded.
loaded.
And you would think with that many kids, right, that they would repeat that. Because they graduate probably darn near twice, I bet, Penn Trafford and Norwin
I don't
and
know what. They're
McKeesport.
big geographically now, but they're not, they don't have the
Yeah, they have the
count.
landmass, right?
They don't have the
They're
count.
good in track all the time.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
always were.
Swimming, they're good.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
always
really
were.
good in swimming, really good in track.
Yeah, always were.
You would always wonder why they're not good in football.
For a long
bas-
time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Norman's the same way. They had a couple good years of Shanahan.
that was it.
Before that was
Jay Murray.
Was
Jay Murray and Yanniga.
Jay Murray was a stud, yeah.
when was that Yanniga era?
That Yanniga era was like 89.
That's when I first come into the area and I
Yeah.
heard that name.
Yeah.
And I played basketball against him. He's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
But that was
He
like
was a freak.
89 group or 88 maybe.
They got to the Whippy.
No, they were 88. I'm
They
sorry.
won something. One of those 80 teams.
They won the WPIL in basketball that year in 1988.
Right, Yanniga was a
Yeah.
super freak.
He was
Nice
really
guy.
good.
Where'd he go to college?
It was like one of them Pennsylvania things, like in the middle
In
of
the
the
PAC,
state.
in the PAC conference.
Yeah, like either Lafayette or Lehigh.
Yeah.
I think it's
Oh,
Lehigh.
okay.
Lehigh.
Yeah.
Bucknell.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
Bucknell.
In that Pioneer League. I think it's
It
the
was
Pioneer
Buckner.
League.
No.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he was for real.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
tell you what, no matter what anyone says, the best basketball player I think ever come out of Norman was Rick Thomas. Now people question that, but
He did go to Norwin, though, right?
Yeah, he did.
They went to sophomore or something.
No, he wasn't
no,
Norwin. There was no 3-point line, was there?
no, and he shot
Dude.
every ball from 35.
Dude, he was
unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh, I know. I heard a lot of stories about him.
Unbelievable.
He was just so good ball handling too, and like he
I
created-
played against him when he got real heavy,
Right.
Yeah.
but he could still shoot the ball 30 feet from the hoop. Though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah.
That's when
Yeah, he was
played
a freak.
down at the playground. We used to call him foul line to foul line, or the top of the key to top
Yeah.
of the
Now,
key.
there was a guy that if he
Yeah.
played with the 3-point line, or did he?
Oh,
He
no.
did
If
not.
he would have had a state scoring record.
Dude, it was
Easily.
insane.
That's what I heard.
Easily had the state scoring
That's
record.
what I heard about.
There were games like that dude would
Yeah.
put up like 35 points.
That's what I heard.
The majority of them. Majority of the games.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding you. There wasn't one of them that was. I mean,
Yeah, he was serious.
short but also he made a lot of shots. It wasn't like one of these cats that shot and shot and shot and didn't
No,
make
he
it.
was a freak.
You wouldn't think of him that way when you look at him.
Well, hell no.
You should have seen him. He was ripped.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was real thin.
Yeah.
He had these.
He
giant
always had them giant calves.
calves like this big around, and he was the fastest dude on the floor by a
Yeah.
mile, like a long shot. No one could
I
catch
could
him.
shoot that far away.
He could shoot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
he'd do the
really-
pump fake. Could go flying. He'd run right to the hoop, shoot.
Now,
it.
in the late 70s,
Really
Norwood
good.
had a stud team. They had Doug Arnold, who played for Duquesne,
Yeah.
with Bruce
Atkins.
Atkins,
I remember
who was
those
in
guys.
where did he? I think he played at Wilkinsburg.
Yeah, Atkins was from
I think he's
Wilkinsburg.
from Wilkinsburg. So you had Doug, but then you had Benny Bailey. You had
There was just tons of them, like
There was-
Kurt Goltz, and there was I can't remember all those guys that were on
that team. I can remember
but,
as a kid watching them, and they were
Mike
they were lights
there was
out.
the Eurosics. Remember
Yeah.
the Eurosics that shot? He
Kowalczyk.
shot Kowalczyk.
Yeah,
you know.
Kowalski.
Remember Farrell?
Yeah,
Yes.
Watch them in the state championship games
Every-
like all the time.
All the time.
yeah.
We lived in Farrell when I was little.
It was coaching.
Sharon,
man.
PA.
Yeah. That guy was a legend.
Did you know that?
PA.
Yeah, we
I
lived
didn't
up there
know
for
that.
like about a year.
Yeah, Farrell. Yeah, Farrell
What
High
was his
School.
name? Like had a Polish last name.
Yeah.
Ski.
McCloskey? McCloskey?
McCloskey.
Might have been McCloskey.
Yeah, I can't remember, but
We watch them every year. They never had a guy over 6'3" playing against guys 6'7", 6'8", but they can all jump.
they could
all
jump like
play,
hell,
man.
and they could run
Good
like
coaching. Good
Yeah.
coaching.
Yeah.
That's
they
what it
could
comes
run
down
like
to.
hell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those were the days. There was a lot more people playing sports, man. Different sports.
Well, you
too.
go on the playgrounds now. There's guys out
empty.
there shooting basketball, like throwing them up every like nobody plays no more.
Well, you know what? They got other things. We've talked about. There's so many other things for them to do with the games and the computers that they don't go outside.
I know.
They're
You know?
better at things than we are. You're right.
Yeah.
Like, and we were better at things at sports and all that.
Hell, if we
Outdoor
would have
stuff.
had that stuff, we would have never went outside.
No, I mean, I was carrying a 12 gauge shotgun around at 12 years
Yeah.
old.
We,
You know,
by
going out and
ourselves.
shooting pheasants.
We were
and-
going out shooting by ourselves.
Yeah, we'd go hunting and
Yeah.
you know, we'd
Oh, really?
We'd
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
like 3 miles to like Medic's
Yeah.
farm
Yeah.
and with 12 gauges and go shoot
Bows and
squirrels.
arrows, shooting at shit.
Yeah, go shoot squirrels.
I never got into that side of the sports
Yeah.
spectrum.
Well, you're from
I
McKeesport.
fished once,
That's it.
shot a
Yeah.
gun once about 20 years ago
Scared the hell out of you.
in the woods.
Yeah, you want to shoot some guns? I got about 20 of them right over there.
Oh, yeah?
You didn't grow up, but my brother-in-law's from Turtle Creek. He's the same way. You know, he just brings his bottle of vodka and hangs out. He's like, you know what I mean?
I just never got into that side of the.
No, but we
Just-
played all
It
like
was all basketball and baseball, man.
Yeah, you had
we
cement.
did all that like
Yeah.
baseball,
Cement.
football, and basketball.
Yeah.
But then we also did like hunting and shit. It
Yeah.
was weird. Like it was rural here.
Yeah. You probably had rats and stuff there, right? You had to have rats on McKeesport back. We had rats in Irwin back in the day.
Oh, I don't remember.
That's about the only thing you could shoot.
Well, I didn't shoot anything.
There was no animals down there.
I shot a gun 20 years ago, and I was so nervous.
Right.
I
Really?
shot a handgun in the woods,
Yeah.
and then I had one of these big guns that almost knocked my shoulder out of whack
Yeah, you got to really hold on
Yeah.
to
with
it.
the scope, and I was so fascinated by how fast that bullet hit that target from like, I don't know, 200-300 yards
Oh
away.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
As
crazy.
soon as you press that trigger,
It's there.
It's there.
It's there. I was just fascinated.
It's
Scary, huh?
incomprehensible.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I don't
I
like
was talking
handguns too
to
much.
Tom Shaw, the dentist. He went deer hunting, and he's like, I pulled up on this deer. It was like 300 yards or whatever. I shot, and boom, goes right. I said, isn't that crazy? You can like
Yeah.
put a scope on any animal or whatever. It could be 3 football fields away. You pull that trigger, it's over.
That's with
These
guns. You got to
guns
be
are-
safe around guns. You
What
don't
about
ever
some
get
of
that
those
bullet back.
War movies or war documentaries you shoot targets like a mile away.
It's out of control.
Like, how is that even possible?
I have no idea. I don't know how you see someone.
I can't see that far anymore. That's for sure. They're young guys doing that.
But I'm just saying, these weapons that they make are.
Yeah, you don't
serious.
get that bullet back. I still don't like gun hunting as much. I like bow hunting. Chris and I bow hunt a lot.
Yeah.
We grew up doing that. And,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
like-
yeah.
I never did that.
that's
I don't
cool
like
shit.
guns much at all.
Yeah, me either.
I'm afraid of them.
Yeah. Even though I hunt,
I'm very careful.
we use them. You got to be very, very stupid careful. Yeah. And that's why hunters do tend to be very careful around guns. I mean, because you've used them and see what the hell happens, right?
We talked about getting one for the last 15, 20 years, but we just,
Nah.
I don't know. I got a baseball bat under my bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's going to do, but
Shooting a handgun's not easy. You have a better shot of shooting yourself than you do the person coming after you in the dark.
really?
Oh my god, yeah. They're not. It's not. It's hard to
The only
hit
kind of
shit.
handgun you want would be a revolver.
It's hard to hit
That way
shit.
you can't shoot yourself.
Right.
Because like they got these guns now. Like I went to a shooting class. I've never been into handguns because
Yeah, me
why?
either.
I mean, what are they for other than defense? I guess, right? What would you need a short gun for other than kill somebody?
that's
Self-defense.
breaking
Well,
your
that is
self-defense.
people like
Yeah,
to
self-defense.
shoot. People like to shoot in shooting
But I mean,
ranges
the
indoor and
purpose
stuff.
of
That's
that
fun.
gun is to not shoot
Protection,
an animal.
self-protection.
Yeah, it's to harm somebody.
Right. Self protection.
So now, like a revolver, you have to really pull that trigger hard, or you have to pull the hammer back, and then pull the trigger. But these guns now, they don't have safeties on them. Them ones with the 9mm and stuff.
No, I have a safety on mine. It's a click thing, but it can go.
Some
you know.
don't.
Yeah.
They don't make them.
I don't even put it
And they
one in my
teach you
chamber
just,
when I carry.
When you hold it, they have you
Yeah.
put your finger down the barrel, so it's never near the trigger.
Yeah, you should always do that even with a long gun. You always keep until you're ready to shoot, your finger doesn't get.
Like I
Because-
said, I just did this. Is
Or with
20 years
military,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I think you make like you said. If I had,
I'm terrible shooting them.
I would.
I'd be too nervous to have a gun at my age right now.
Yeah, that is another
You
thing.
harm yourself.
The older you get, the more less accurate. Unless you practice all the time. Like I have friends who practice all the time. They're extremely good at it. They're very safe with it. They're the safest people you'll find with guns. But they do it all the time.
Right.
It is what it is. You're an American, man.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
That's
in
right.
a lot of ways.
That's right.
Right? You want to smoke weed? No, you can even smoke weed wherever you're at sometimes, huh?
Yeah. I was in Austin recently with Luca, and it's people. I mean, the
Smoking
whole
up a
town
storm.
smells like marijuana.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no
Because it's
problem with
legal.
that. Make the
I guess in
taxes.
Texas,
Keep
right,
it clean.
It's not legal everywhere. It's not legal here.
No, it's
No,
just medical here.
card.
For
But
medical.
doesn't your shoulder hurt from throwing all those pitches? You got a medical card.
Well, you ever go on Route 30?
Yeah.
And you go past that place?
It's on the left hand. Yeah, I know where it's at.
It's packed.
They're doing pretty well.
I was going to say, every time I go by, it's
Yeah.
like 50 cars.
I have
pulling out
arthritis.
I can never understand why people are so paranoid about marijuana.
Yeah, me
that's
either.
fine.
That's a
You go
crazy
in a bar,
thing.
drink 15 shots.
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Nobody stops you from going into your car and driving home.
Right.
You take one little hit, and they want to make it like a.
Yeah, you're in prison. I mean, people in jail for a long time for carry marijuana. It's crazy. And then you don't know what's in it because nobody's approving it. The FDA's not approving it, so they got some serious growers now that really crank it up. 2-3 hits, and you're like, see you later, alligator.
All right, that's a wrap. So,
That's
hey,
a wrap.
I wanna thank
Hey,
you.
Dave, it was
Great talking.
really
Great time.
Pleasure,
Great time.
pleasure meeting you, man.
Yeah, same here.
Superstar from McKeesport back in the 70s.
There's a
Who would have
shitload
known?